most men don't have a discipline problem. They have a regulation problem. Now, you say you want to be more patient, more focused, more present in your relationships. But when stress hits, pressure builds. And then you react in a way that doesn't reflect the man that you're trying to be. Now listen, that's not a character flaw, okay? That's your nervous system running the show. And if you never learn how to regulate that, then you'll never effectively lead yourself or anyone else. Let's talk about it.
My name is Eric Wayne Wade. I meet with men just like you every week to break the silence, unmask, and embrace vulnerability to rise into the men we were created to be.
Every man is living in one of three states. They're either grounded, activated, or they're shut down. Now, what do these three look like? Well, a man that's living from a grounded state is usually clear, steady, present, calm, reflective. A man that's coming from an activated state is usually on edge, anxious, quick to anger, quick to get defensive. And a man that's shut down is withdrawn, isolated, disconnected. They avoid, they numb out. Most men bounce between activation and shutdown. And do you know what we call this? We call this life. It's just life. That's just how it is, right? It's not, okay? What this is a nervous system that's never been trained. And you cannot build a strong life on a dysregulated foundation. The problem is this shows up everywhere. It shows up in your marriage. When your wife brings something to you, instead of listening, you get defensive. Before I started doing this work, my wife will tell you, if she had something to say about something I was doing that caused her any kind of annoyance or discomfort, I didn't hear her. I didn't listen to her. I instinctively got defensive and started explaining and justifying my actions. And she never felt heard, and it always caused friction anytime we had a conversation like that. It shows up in your work. When pressure hits, you either snap or you shut down, and you don't realize it, but the people around you, you might realize it, they know this. They know this about you. And so they learn to navigate and tiptoe around you depending on where you are on that day. And it keeps your team and your coworkers from being able to effectively work together and to work with you. It shows up in your purpose. Every time you procrastinate, every time you avoid, every time you unknowingly sabotage the very things you say matter. Now, this isn't because you don't care. It's because your body doesn't feel safe enough to stay present. And a man who cannot stay present cannot lead. This is why self-awareness is the first step we work on in Unmasked. Because you can't change what you don't see. Let's move on. So a lot of men think, I just need more discipline. I just need to work harder. And that's not the answer. You'll see some results by getting more discipline early on. But discipline without regulation leads to burnout. So you'll white knuckle your way through change only to fall right back into your old patterns. Because under pressure, you don't rise to your goals, you fall to your nervous system. That's why so many men look strong on the outside, but they collapse on the inside. This work is not just external, it's internal. Now let me be clear, a regulated man is not a passive man. He's a present man. He feels the pressure, but he's not consumed by it. He hears the criticism, but he doesn't collapse or attack. He feels the emotions, but those emotions do not control his behaviors. This is what regulation looks like. Pausing before reacting. Breathing when tension rises. Or choosing a response instead of defaulting to reaction. Now, this isn't suppression. This isn't avoidance. It's certainly not weakness. This is strength. Now, I'm going to give you something simple and practical when you start to feel activated. Okay, now I'm going to explain this before I do it because I can't talk while I do this at the same time. So I'm going to take a big breath, a deep breath within my nose. And I'm going to start with my stomach, up to my chest, into my neck, and to the top of my head to where I can't take in a single ounce of air. And I'm going to hold it at the top for about 5 seconds. If you feel like you want to hold it longer for about 5 seconds. And then I'm going to exhale slowly, like I'm blowing through a straw, slowly, until everything is out. Okay? It's going to look something like this. You do that 5 times, and you start to feel awareness in your body, your feet, your legs, your relaxed shoulders, your relaxed neck. Again, this isn't weakness. This is you taking control of your internal state. And if you learn to do this consistently throughout the day, every day, you rewire how you show up in every situation. Mountain men, this is the work. It's not just about showing up. It's not just about talking about growth. It's about training yourself to stay grounded in the very moments that used to break you. Because the man that you're building, the man that you're becoming, is built in those very moments. So stay grounded, stay steady, stay consistent, and do the work. I'll see you next time.